All right. We had a really exhausting day today. The guys got here around 8 a.m. and we talked to the site manager, and he was like, immediately was like, I know what you're going to have to talk to me about. I am already aware that this has not gone well. And so we sort of talked about it, and we talked about the tile, and we started going through the boxes, and really we established that it didn't really matter what we found in the boxes, because ultimately, like, we do not have enough of either one of these tiles to finish it. And this is a discontinued tile, so we can't get more of it. In order to get the boxes that we've got, the guy at the pool place bought it from 3 different places, 3 different distributors, in order to get enough. And so we just don't have enough. So the verdict was we just have to choose a new tile. So Sarah was looking online all morning. We went to the pool place to look at samples this afternoon, and we eventually narrowed it down to 2. We really couldn't find anything that we liked, and we were talking like what we wanted to go, because we could go like a really dark tile, or we could go like a really whitish tile. And eventually one of the guys there was like, have you considered using these long tiles? And so we hemmed and hawed about that, and we eventually decided that we did like these. So we looked at a black one, but when we put it next to the white, because the concrete's going to be white, we decided it was too much of a contrast. So we have this, the left, which is called, what's it called? Sable. And then the right is just gray. The one on the right also has a little bit of texture to it. The one on the left is smooth. But I think that So the reason why we were putting this up against the current tile is that we're going to chip all of that off, and it's going to be replaced with this stuff. But we are going to use the tile that we have on the what they call the edging. So there's a border that goes around here, and then there's each one of the steps gets a little line there, just to sort of highlight any of the elevation changes in the pool, so that you're aware that they're there and you don't bump into them. So we're going to use the tile that we have for that, and then all of this is going to get chipped off. And we decided that we liked the sable better, so it's going to be this. And that's just what it's going to be. So they didn't do any tile stuff today. They basically said, we're not going to do anything with the tile. We're going to do other stuff. So they redid the skimmer bucket right there, and they drilled some holes. So these will be the new lights that we're installing. They're going to be little LEDs that will sort of fill out the deep end a little bit. The light that we have fills in this area really well, but it doesn't really light up the deep end too well. Our old water return was right there, but because of the pool cover going in, that was no longer going to be viable. So they put in a new return right there, and additionally, they dug out our old returns. So when we started this, I was like, hey, like the spa jets, they're not really jets, they're just water returns, are really kind of old and junky and they don't turn anymore. I was like, can we replace them? And they were like, no, it's kind of a big pain. But it looks like they decided that it was worth it, because they dug all of these out, and we're going to be redoing them. So that's really great. I'm really excited to be able to replace those. I think it's going to be definitely a benefit there. So tomorrow they're going to chip all this tile off and grind that down smooth again, and then hopefully we can get this new tile in they get their shipments on Thursday, so we're hoping that we'll be able to get it into that Thursday shipment, and they'll be able to start it over again. It's been a time, but I'm hoping that we're through this, and this will be the biggest the biggest hurdle that we have to deal with? I suppose we'll find out.